Hey y'all. So tonight is gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna move a little bit faster. Maybe. I might be in a better mood toward the end. I just kinda got some bad news. I'll tell y'all about that later. I'm gonna try to stay focused and stay encouraged. I had a lot to do today. I know y'all supposed to do this meal plans to listen. My nerves bad and that is called peace and quiet. Do you hear me? I was not playing. I'm talking about dinner, baths, laying in the bed, chilling by 6 o'clock, and I demanded it today because I needed some time to myself. I went back to Rosa's because that salsa was bomb. And I was like, Rosa's, you know what? I need that spice in my life tonight. So I'm going to do me like a nacho volcano. Castrated beef. Actually, I think it says grilled ribeye steak. It's really good, y'all. The grill flavor is really serious. So because I bought this like an hour and a half ago, it's been waiting. So I got these chips to fill in for. First off, let me ask you, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? You gotta have somebody in your life that's gonna ask you how you really feeling. Even when you really don't want to say nothing, it make you feel good on the inside to know somebody wants to know how you really feeling. Y'all, so they're about to get started. So count your days. I don't know how she can get to a whole door and you right here, knowing I can hear all that in my video. I thought it was gonna be peaceful, y'all. I heard Jade trying to get worked up over there. My little Jade, that bird is a trooper. You hear me? She got my blood in. Y'all, she in there clowning. Isn't it crazy? Now she ain't made a lot of like chirping or nothing. But she over there acting a born fool inside that cage. She want a clown too. She's just like one of the kids, want attention. Jade, I'll let you later, girl. I got a picture, gotta put a picture of Jade on here so y'all can see her. Yeah, my thoughts are everywhere right now because I'm really not in the best of mood. After the news I just got, I've been trying to stay positive, get everybody acclimated in our new community and schools and doctors and everything, not letting nothing faze me or distract me or anything. And this one kind of just threw me for a loop. I initially planned to talk to you guys about Kevin Kelly, I believe that's the name. He's the owner of True Kitchen and Cocktails. One, I'm a business owner. I look to be at his level one day. Like, clearly, he is doing the dang on thing, and he's standing in his truth, and I ain't mad at him. He apologized and stuff, but baby, you's a good one, because in this 2020, it's words, y'all. It's just the way he said the words. But what he said, what he did, how he had to stand his ground for his restaurant, there's no issue with that. I don't use African Americans keep on saying he could have called the police. Then y'all would have been saying he presses against his own people. He called the police on his own people. No matter what he would have did, y'all would have had an issue with it other than letting them defame his restaurant. That's the only thing y'all wouldn't have an issue with. So, I mean, so his business is triple blessed now. Remember I told you I'd take a couple weeks to get a reservation? Now he's months booked out. You hear me? Imagine your restaurant being months booked out from open to close every single day for the next 3-4 months. Imagine that. You talking my favor. Kevin, I'm coming to meet you personally. But I want to eat. I need a VIP reservation. I want to taste it, especially them lamb chops. They look so good. The lamb, the sweet potatoes, all of that. You can play some neo soul when I get there. Some grown folks music. My night, you can make it 35 and up. I'll be the only one under 35 because I don't do kids. Well, I want to go out and have a good time. Let's go with the older crowd. And this gentleman took his hard-earned money, time. Mom, do y'all know what it takes to run a restaurant? Do you even know? You know how frustrating it is, how tired you are? And you gotta keep repeating yourself to grown people like they kids? No. They blew it. By the way, it wasn't one person. They happened at one time. He redirected them over 3 times, and there was 3 different tables, a big group of people. Now, Kevin, they said I could rent out an upper level or something for $700 or something, $500. I don't know, but let me know, because we coming. I'm bringing my people with me. I'm going to have to make sure everybody in town, we going to have a good time. We coming to see you there. Y'all, they grilled the whole ribeye steak. Sliced it up, put some corn asada. You know, it was so delicious. I'm serious, Kevin. I hope your name is Kevin. I know it's Kelly. Kevin, turn on some Kenny G when I get there, or it don't even matter. Some Neo, so it don't matter. Whatever you want it to be, that's what I want it to be when I get there. All your creative juices, I want to experience what you wanted us to experience. People don't understand what it takes to be an entrepreneur and how you have to really cross all your T's and dot all your I's and how all the doors keep closing on your face. You already are a black male, okay? And doors close on black women too. Probably more frequently. I don't know. But it's crazy because he was so in his feelings. You know, he's like, how can I demand other black men to respect a black woman in her presence if y'all don't even respect yourselves? Baby, why did he have to go to school to y'all? Why did he have to talk to y'all like he was y'all daddy? Is it safe to say the city girl generation didn't have fathers? Help me understand. Leading and guiding them. Tony Gaskins made a video several months ago during COVID talking about older women basically half dressing in, I'm like 45 plus, 55 plus. Really anybody grown, okay? Young or old. It's like a city girl generation. And they think it's so attractive when most men could care less and they find it the most unattractive thing ever. And he's like going here getting their bodies done and all this stuff to draw attention, just go shake it out. Like, you have no clear, constructive, healthy focus or purpose for the things you're doing. And he's like, you wonder why you're single or getting cheated on. You have to pick a side. I've seen one of them chicks. She had on some platform shoes, is like 6 inch. It looked like stripper shoes, okay? While she was at a 5-star restaurant, her meal was $40, $50. And she in there with some jeans, some stripper shoes, and twerking on the couch. That's why I say our culture. Me and my cousin talked about that on a video last week. It's people in every color that get on my nerves. Some people are just so embarrassing. I know I'm eating Rosa's Cafe, but I'm going to tag True Kitchen. Because I want to come and eat at his restaurant. I want to come meet him. My thing is, I watched the videos he put on his security camera. Why did he have to come over to y'all more than once? Why did y'all get to the part that he had to come out the kitchen? Do you know what all foods he offers? Stuff that takes time. Stuff that takes good skills to get it out there to hundreds of people at the same time all day long. Shame on you. Shame on you, sis. We're going to pray for y'all, though. He said he could have put up all of them, but he didn't want to embarrass the girl. So it gets worse. Oh, man, y'all. I got my Savannah, Georgia shirt on. I bought me, my kiddos, my mom, all kind of stuff in this kitchen, shirts and stuff. I'm hard from down in Georgia. Shirts and stuff. Y'all know Ricky Smiley a fool. He put a joke on it, but he came, he supported him, and he had him on his talk show and everything. He stood with that man. Something resonated in everybody hearing that man say the stuff he said. He shouldn't have had to talk to people like that. But have you ever noticed that, like, you can be like, okay, son, go have a seat. Quit jumping on my furniture. Son, go sit down for you to break yourself or you hurt yourself. And your kids just keep doing it over and over and over and over. And then you get downstairs and you let your head spin on your shoulders a little bit. And they look like they see a ghost. They start listening. They do what you say do. Some people are like that. And it shouldn't take adults to be like that. I got me some California oranges, y'all. Woo. Now they're so juicy. That's our last one. What are y'all doing to keep your immune systems up? I take my vitamins. I eat good. I try to. I might not get enough in. Like, y'all, we are just living in this time where you gotta watch what you do and say to people. He could have, I mean, listen, this man made it through COVID, okay? Most restaurants of his nature, of just being small business and singly owned, did not make it, okay? He made it, and he is successful, and he's fully open. And you gotta quit messing with the wrong people, y'all. You gotta quit playing with people. When he came over there the first time, y'all should have been saying, you know what? I apologize. Shame on me. What's so hard? What's so hard about that? I mean, just to think there are people saying this man was wrong. For saying the F word? Oh, okay. And this year, out of all the things African Americans swear is not accessible to them, and how people treat them wrong, and they don't invite them into their business establishments and all this other stuff, the D word was too much. No. And it's horrible for people to say he was talking to one person. It was 3 tables full of them. That's why he put his videos up. I like to hear the story from the horse anyways. He apologized. He had to. I would have still listened. I don't think people should have to apologize for being them. When you are protecting yourself, your image. Excuse me. I think you should be allowed to stand your ground. Y'all, that's his house. You came into his domain. I don't care if the song was saying kill everybody. You gonna go kill everybody? I don't know what song that song was on. I don't even know if that part was true. Y'all know how African Americans can be. It could have been in your song. All I know is you just blessed this man business. All right, y'all, I'm back. So yeah, the whole world talking about True Kitchen, y'all now. Well, the United States, it didn't went viral everywhere. And honestly, so many people are so fed up, and we already took so many L's this year as African American community. It ain't none of them young girls could say that'll change everybody's mind. It's over. You was wrong. You need to stand up and say you were wrong and apologize to this man. But even if you don't, what'd he say? He don't care. He don't need your money. All money's not good money. You're not about to come in my house and abuse me just because I love you. What? No. Nah, player. Nah, play it. It's over. No. Go do that down the street. You gotta make sure that you protect your space. He said he created this culture. Do y'all know how hard it is to own a restaurant? Do you know how much money it takes? Now, typically you may not, because you might have seen mom and pop little restaurants with a hole in the walls where you can't even sit on the inside. Or some little old house that's been turned out or whatever. Well, the fire department only approved it because it was in the middle of the hood. And they didn't think it was going to last that long anyway. But this man then took soul food to another level, which is something that I also desire to do, something that I do, you know. But I just do it on a catering level. I don't have a full open restaurant. And I just pray that my business becomes so lucrative one day that I can do whatever I want to do. And that's what I want to be able to do. And so, with mental health being such a big deal right now, I can understand him fully, because he asked nicely several times, right? Then, when he came back and said it straight in a not so popular way, now y'all want to try to hold that against that man. Let that man live. Let that man live. You know, if you care about your food, why he had to stand there and talk to y'all like he a high school principal or something? Why are y'all acting like kids? Why did he have to do that? All I know is y'all would have never did that in a Caucasian. And I'm telling you, it's some Caucasian-owned restaurants. I was over off of Dallas Cowboy Way over there where the Cowboys practice. It's a restaurant over there. And I was videotaping it one of the first weekends we got here. And they was playing all your jams. I'm my old school, Tupac, Biggie, everything. Do you think anybody got up and was in something? No, it was so cool. Like, to the point where all I kept saying is, I gotta go back there. I gotta go back there. And that's like Sunday brunch or something. I have to go try it out because they had the good food, all the fancy drinks and wine. Not no different than what True is doing, but who they own by. Who was all their patrons? And who was acting like they had some sense? Because you already know Frisco police. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. They ain't having it. So, I just think everybody can just do better as a community. Which takes me to, like, mental health was really a big issue in Indiana. Like, they don't have enough providers. They just, everybody's after the dollar bill. It's just hard to explain right now. Like, it's a lot of lost people in Indiana because they just don't have the resources. Everything costs so much money. There's no way you can pay for it. So I have been on a wait list here in Dallas for a while. In the Frisco, where are they at? Plano area, for ABS therapy for one of my children. And so I got the call and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm a single mom. I'm self-employed, I guess. You know, I don't make a whole lot, I guess. I mean, nothing that moves mountains or nothing. I still have to, like, clearly get my hustle on. But they called to tell me I was pulled and they're ready for it to come in. I'm like, oh God, this is so nice. They called and said I got pulled and they're ready for me to bring my son in. And y'all, this type of stuff is like $150 an hour. And it's about anywhere from 25 to 40 hours a week is what they're saying they will give, you know, based on his needs and where do I want him to go in life. I always just say, once I knew something was different about my son, and I just never treat him no different. Y'all know I treat him all the same. You gonna be great regardless, you know. But he tends to still stand out a little bit. Some in beautiful, awesome ways, like me doing this platform. This was all inspired by him. Watching ASMR videos, watching people eat. I mean, that was his therapy these years, and I didn't even realize that's what he had been watching on YouTube. So long story short, he's like, the lady, she was like, you know, what kind of insurance you guys have? And I'm like, well, can I just pay out of pocket? Because I didn't want to say none yet, but I'm like, I guess, they'll probably have Medicaid. You know, I'm just speaking just because I'm pulled and I'm just so nervous. I don't want to say the wrong thing that might disqualify me, but I want to be very thorough in this conversation. And she says, oh, Medicaid does not cover any. Hear me, y'all. Hear me. Now, I thought it was lacking back in Indiana because the wait list was as long as from here to Florida. You hear me? It takes years to even get the mental health evaluation that gets the diagnosis that gets you on the wait list. You hear me? Years. He's 10 and never has received any formal therapy. Okay? All right. So, and I've been working on this since birth, by the way. 10 years too late, okay, for my black son. So I'm serious in this conversation. I'm really serious. Now, this isn't the only place we're on the wait list on, so anything can happen. But when she tells me this, it took me to a really upset mood, emotionally. She says, well, Miss Turntime, the state of Texas, Medicaid, does not cover any services for children diagnosed with autism. excuse me, no ABA services, the whole state of Texas. So that is all these families. Y'all listen. That spectrum disorder is different. You hear me? And there are a lot of people that are high, a lot of people that are low. But let me tell you something. There are services needed, okay? And a lot of times we wonder why things are so off balance and people out here doing kind of crazy stuff. As older, and it's gonna say, oh, they crazy. You don't know what they dealt with on their mindset. You don't know where they lacked the resources growing up. And I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. I'll just pay you out of pocket. She said, ma'am, she said, I'm just gonna be so honest with you. Only 2% of our patients are out of pocket. 2%. And she said, I'm gonna tell you why. She said, because we don't even get started unless we know for sure you can afford it, because the extensive therapy we do is something can't be stopped and started, and we'll need our payments in full up front. And she went on to say, this type of therapy is like $165 an hour, 25 to 40 hours a week. Y'all, that might be rent money for me. That's rent money for me. It's pretty expensive to live here in Frisco. So I'm like, Lord, what am I going to do? Because when she said, when I was out, I was like, well, how much is it? Because I'm one of those people. Just tell me how much. I'll just make the money and I'm just going to pay you, you know. My son needs these services and I want the best for him. And we're 10 years behind. And she apologized. She sent me everything. So now I'm like, I need to come up with like $20,000, $30,000. I do. I know I can do it. I've done it plenty of times. A matter of fact, I've done it a few times this year. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity. You know, I'm not there right now. And I had to get a family court attorney. I never thought relocating could shift me to the point where I have people real life coming after me. Sat there all those years being a single parent. Y'all know. And if you don't know, you will. One day I'll tell my story. But I'm going to tell you, you got to stay prayed up. You got to. And something came down on me earlier and it said, lean not to your own understanding. Lean not unto your own understanding. It took me 33 years and a few months to grasp hope to that statement, to that phrase. Because if you lean on your own understanding, in that moment of distress or excitement or whatever it is, you could think of it any kind of way. And it might not even be what you're perceiving it to be. You need something bigger than you to be working for you from sun up to sundown, late in the midnight hour. And I say, you know what? I trust you, Lord. I trust you because I know you didn't bring me this far to leave me. I trust you with all my might. And at this point, I have to give it to him. You know, I have to leave it in his hands because just at this moment, just in the last 2 days, I just realized that if my children do not go to school in school, because I can't afford a full-time nanny to be here. They're looking at like $2,000 a week, $1,000, $1,500 a week to be here with all the children and have the staff here to help with online learning and with my 1-year-old. I trust you, Lord. That's all I can say, because They're going to go back into the school, 2 of them are. And we're going to try to make it work, okay? But I do know I will have to work. And I mean, it's always been my goal all my life. That's it. I want to be successful. I would go out here and do it. No handouts, okay? However, there comes a time in your life when you might have to speak up and ask for what you need. But I trust you, Lord, because he knows my heart's desire. He knows all the things I'm trying to do. And it's not easy, y'all. I'm coming to y'all with a sincere, open, transparent heart tonight. It's different for me right now. It is. Not that I don't know what to do. Not that I don't know what I need. It's when you lack the resources and you lack the support that is needed, not wanted. It is imperative. God would not have made it that it take 2 parents to conceive a child if it was not necessary for both parents to support those children. Do you understand? There's no reason for anybody to be out here having to raise a child alone and the other parent is an able-bodied working full-time adult and refuses to take responsibility. And even within them, let me ask you guys this. Do you feel like the non-custodial parent should have to take care of health insurance? If the custodial parent is either an entrepreneur or unemployed to where she does not have access to, or he does not have access to a medical group where you can pay a partial of that payment, which is still expensive, okay, y'all? And be able to get full medical care for your family. You know, like there are certain things that she's already taken care of no matter what, you know. And if something was to happen, devastating, wherever, all the responsibility falls back on that responsible party. Why does everything have to be on one responsible party, you know? But I trust you, Lord. I know that. And I'm going to sleep, y'all, easy. You hear me? Not a heavy heart tonight. I was disturbed, but I'm going to sleep easy because I know who I put my faith in. I know what I believe. And I call this my faith move, and I will not be discouraged. The school is setting up wonderful things, you know, to make sure he gets the best education. You hear me? I don't want no mediocre nothing. My kids can't slip through the fingers. That's not going to happen. And I've been fighting for this for a long time, y'all. We done been through it's been a long road. And I've never really talked about it, but it's been a long, long road. And I feel like I'm almost at my breakthrough. See, it's when it gets to that point, that threshold where you feel like you can't push no more, that you be able to leap, honey. That you be able to fly high and soar in your purpose. And I'm standing on that. Yes, I am. I'm standing on that. But I love y'all for listening. You know, I figured I would end up getting in my emotions, y'all. You got to stay out of your emotions. Ain't no love there. And ain't no money there. Okay? Unless you Mr. Kelly. But y'all, I love y'all. Don't forget to go like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on your notification bell so you are notified every time me and Bernice have been uploaded a video. Okay? And Savannah missing me, y'all. Look, y'all, I got to quit nursing her. Did y'all forgot to tell me any good? Can nobody help me out? I got a praise report, though. Savannah has been in her bed for the last 3 nights. And last night she slept from 10 o'clock to 7:30 this morning. Thank you, Jesus. No wake-ups. Yep. Y'all heard it right. Y'all heard it right. All right. I love you guys. Be blessed.